Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire is on its way as the next installment to Legendary's Monsterverse. Yet while in production, it would go by the working title Origins, and at one point, it could have been called Son of Kong. Now, the working titles for the initial 3 films of the franchise were pretty much Easter eggs, but when Adam Wingard took over directing duties, these alternate names started giving us a bit more insight into their respective movies. So how does Origins help us peel back the curtain on the New Empire? And is Son of Kong still relevant? After finishing up work on Godzilla vs. Kong, and well before any sequel was approved, Adam Wingard said he wanted to return, if permitted, and that he would follow up on the mysteries that were revealed in the Hollow Earth, which are expanded on a bit further with this part of the latest synopsis. The epic new film will delve further into the histories of these titans, their origins, and the mysteries of Skull Island and beyond, while uncovering the mythic battle that helped forge these extraordinary beings and tied them to humankind forever. Monarch knew about the Hollow Earth as far back as 1973 when Bill Randa and Houston Brooks were able to discover a cavernous area beneath Skull Island, and since then, they found numerous titans sleeping beneath the surface, leading many within the organization to now believe that the titans originated from the Hollow Earth. But there's more than just titan history down there. According to Adam Wingard, the subterranean world contains a prehistory of the planet Earth, an origin for the titans and mankind as well. We got a peek at the other possible members of Godzilla's family tree with this skeleton of this enormous Gojira creature, and with Doug, who originally was a random lizard creature called the scaly quadruped, until Wingard saw it and asked that it looked more like the Big G in skin texture and in facial structure. Even the art book says that Doug could be Godzilla's evolutionary ancestor or his distant cousin. And Adam said in a Reddit AMA that he would definitely bring him back, so I hope the New Empire fleshes out the lineup even further, showing us not just how we got to the modern Big G, but how he and the other titans were created, and how the new Emperor fits into the lineage of the Kongs. I also suspect that we'll learn more about the origins of the mysterious power source coveted by both Ghidorah and Apex Cybernetics. Dr. Eileen Andrews believes that Kong's axe, a dorsal plate, was able to draw radiation from the Earth's core, meaning that the ones on the Big G's back could be doing the same thing. As Ren Sarazawa says, his atomic power and the Hollow Earth energy are nearly identical. The radiation of the Earth's core and the possible conversion and or storage of it in Hollow Earth materials are both likely key to the creation of man, Titan, and possibly every living thing on the planet. The Iwi believe that the Gojira swallowed a star and began shooting rays, becoming evil. This could be literal, and the energy source is the remains of a comet or asteroid that landed on Earth long ago, that either punched through the surface and into the Earth below, or landed before the current crust of the planet formed. Or it could be that saying that they ate a star is simply just their way of describing energy being absorbed from the blue material. Either way, this atomic power had to give the early Gojira a massive advantage in their war against the ape titans. But it wouldn't be long before the Kongs, or the Iwi on their behalf, would learn to harness this power for themselves by weaponizing their fallen enemies. Which brings us to the Titan Wars. Amongst these ancient peoples worshipping and living in the shadows of the Titans, there was a group that sided with the Gojiras, while the Iwi, or their ancestors, supported the Kongs. Eventually, the Kongs, armed with their axes and with the aid of the Iwi, would drive the Gojira and possibly their followers to the surface, which, depending on when the war takes place, could be what drove some of what would become the first modern humans to the surface. However, the rule of the Kongs would not last forever. Some other unknown Titan, not yet seen in the cave paintings, or some other unknown force, would cause the Kongs to flee to the surface as well, where they would settle Skull Island with the Iwi. With all of this opportunity for backstory reveal, it's easy to see why the working title was Origins. But what about that unused Son of Kong name? Well, the original film takes place after the death of King Kong, and Carl Denham is out of money and slammed with lawsuits for the damage that is caused when the eighth wonder of the world was unleashed on the city. He ends up back on Skull Island, where he rescues Kiko, the son of King Kong, from quicksand, a big killer in the old black and white film era. Unfortunately, this would only delay the inevitable, as Kiko drowns in the ocean while saving Denham's life, the very man behind the death of his father. So I don't expect to see events from Son of Kong in the new Empire, but I do think that we could see Kong find another one of his own kind, and a younger one would make sense going forward with the franchise, unless that is, being exposed to Hollow Earth energy extends the life of the Titans, something we could see with the Emperor depending on what's been done to him with that power. But Kong's journey so far has been about his search for companionship. He found the palace only for it to be deserted and then quickly destroyed. Godzilla and Kong were thought to be the last of their kind, the final Titans, but now anything is possible. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.